Two blood moons, 2 years in a row on the Hebrew calendar. Could that mean something? Could the Lord be communicating a message in the heavens to us here on earth? God is the creator of the heavens and the earth, and he is the author of the Bible. So he communicates in a variety of ways. So let's take a look at this. Last year, on Adar 14, 2025 on the Gregorian calendar and 5785 on the Hebrew calendar, there was a blood moon. And the moon in the Bible symbolizes God's covenant people, either Israel or the church, or Israel and the church. When I saw the blood moon last year, I immediately thought about Israel and the church. Because when the full moon rises, it's bright and white. So that reminded me of Israel. And then it turned blood red, and that reminded me of Jesus' blood and the church. The church and Israel rising together. And that happened on Purim last year. And then 92 days later, we saw a preemptive strike on Iran by Israel in Operation Rising Lion and Operation Midnight Hammer by the United States. And there's also a word in the book of Jeremiah about Elam. Elam is modern day Iran. So if you get out your Bibles, you find my Bible here and go to Jeremiah chapter 49, verses 34 through 39. I'm going to read a few excerpts here. And this is from verse 35. See, I will break the bow of Elam, the mainstay of their might. So in Operation Rising Lion and Midnight Hammer, the bow of Elam was destroyed, just like it was written here in the book of Jeremiah, chapter 49, verse 35. The mainstay of their strength was eliminated or greatly hindered. And you see that. They took out the nuclear sites. So that was last year. So a full year later, we will have another blood moon occurring on the exact same day on the Hebrew calendar, the 14th of Adar, which is March 3rd on the Gregorian calendar in 2026. Another blood moon, another Purim, and this is going to occur 4 days after the attack on Iran by Israel and the United States again in Operation Roaring Lion and Operation Epic Fury. Actually, both names are prophetic. You even find here in Jeremiah's prophecy saying, I will bring disaster upon them, even my fierce anger. Fierce anger is fury, and that's the name of the operation. That's wild. In addition, it says, I will set my throne in Elam and destroy her king and officials, declares the Lord. And that's in verse 38. So the second attack is about taking out the regime, the king, and the officials of Iran. And it's right here in the book of Jeremiah. And what would we see just happen? The Ayatollah was taken out along with many other officials. And the latest count that I saw were at least 40 top officials. Again, Adar 14th, Purim, deliverance for Israel, a blood moon, and the timing very similar. You also see this number 14 appear. 14 in the Bible is generational blessing. And David's name, summed numerically in Hebrew, is 14. And there is a promise of restoration to Iran in Jeremiah's prophecy at the end. In verse 39, it says, "Yet I will restore the fortunes of Elam in the days to come, declares the Lord." So God is bringing both a demolition, a bringing down of an evil regime and their power structure to bring restoration, to bring peace in the Middle East. I believe this is a sign that God is going to expand the Abraham cords. During this period of Purim, this is a sign from the Lord. 2 blood moons on the same day, 2 years in a row. What are the odds of that? And the same or very similar set of circumstances occurring. It's amazing. My friend, you were born for this. You were born for this season. Arise and shine. And remember, His breath is our calling. Bye.